Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Rams and the Broncos, and it's all up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, one unit. Watches that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. At their own 21-yard line. They'll First and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 21. To throw is Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A good return there, 17 yards. The Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Rams will have taken it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown. Well, not exactly. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Wilson to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dunk through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. It needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Right side, Thornton with it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll run here with Akers. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Akers again. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his second touchdown in this Super Bowl. And the Rams continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
To throw again on second down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Completes this one to Thornton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 57 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Well, so much for being backed up against a goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Going right back to Akers. Takes it to about the 37.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, and they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that. Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time, and he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy, not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's got some space here. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll get about 5 here. So take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with his third touchdown in this Super Bowl. And the Rams are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing again here, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A jet sweep. Here's Atwell. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuebu now. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Wilson. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. 23 yards to pick up there. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Let me put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
We've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is a
touchdown, LA! And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Now Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson will throw again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And they take a knee. The Rams have won the Super Bowl.